welcome to the Man United show. We are live, and it is the preview of Manchester United versus Brentford. Nathan's that worried that he's decided to leave the stream. I'm saying, Nathan, don't worry. Don't worry. You can at least get a draw against Brentford. But don't forget, make sure you tune in straight after the show, because we've got Brentford fans' favourite Lloyd Owusu, former forward Lloyd Owusu, joining us for the post-match reaction and rating show. All right. I'm joined by my co-host, Nathan Ellington. How you doing, Nathan?
Doing all right. Doing okay. Doing all right.
Good. This was a game you was worried about previously. Since then, things haven't really gone that much better. You still worried about this one?
Yeah, definitely. Even though Brentford still also not done well either, I know they're going to come out looking like prime Real Madrid against us. So we're going to really need to pick things up. And something I did the other day is funny because I'm looking at United's side trying to figure out what to do as well, and that my mind gets ticking and figuring out, okay, what is the team I'm going to pick? So I go on FIFA and I start picking a team and like really thinking, who am I going to play? And I kept doing exactly what Ragnick was doing, exactly what Oli was doing. I kept putting in Fred or McTominay or Matic and just trying to figure things out. And then I thought, you know what? Forget this. Van der Beek, you're going in there. You're just going in there. Pogba, you're there.
You're doing this to yourself. You're going to do this to yourself.
I just put them all up, all in the team. Everybody in the team. And Bruno got dropped. I put Pogba there, and Bruno and Pogba they switch between each other, but they're the midfielder, man. And then attacking, I actually had Sancho in the attacking midfield.
Mm-hmm.
I actually put for the system, I put Rashford, Martial, and Cristiano. So plenty pace. Sancho in behind, Pogba, Van der Beek. We kept the ball for fun, and I've got at the back, I've got Telles or Shaw, I don't mind. I've got Varane, Bailly, and Wan-Bissaka. And they all keep the ball now.
There needs to be some sort of game simulator where we can do this, where we can actually say your team versus my team and watch there be millions. Look, there's already millions of managers out there every Sunday or Saturday, 3:00, when the team news comes out. Everyone turns into an elite manager because of FIFA and Football Manager. But if they had a game simulator, it'll be end game. It'll be, that'll be a writer for everyone. All right. So since you've already tested this out, no, look, let's do the team news first. Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay are free of suspensions that they were forced to sit out of the Aston Villa game, while forwards Marcus Rashford and Cristiano Ronaldo may be back in contention for starting spots after injury issues. Ralph Rangnick said Cristiano and Marcus were in training yesterday, so will train today. But before the Villa game, they were also convinced that Cristiano would be available when he wasn't. So a late fitness test. Paul Pogba is still out of action despite being back in training. First of all, Paul Pogba is back in training, not in action. Probably a bit too early for him. Do you think you'll ever see him in a Man United shirt again?
Yeah, he's got to the end of the season, hasn't he? So he'll come back, he'll get fit. Probably what we'll probably see is him get fit, get back to his best, and then say, see you later. I'm riding off into the sunset, into whichever club I want. And it's going to be a nightmare because we can see what we're going to miss. We already can feel it now, what we're missing with him not being there. So,
do you think people have started to realise what he does bring to the game, although they may feel like he's inconsistent, which I think is a bit unfair because the position they've been played in has been very inconsistent. Do you think people are realising that actually he does bring something to Man United's game that they haven't got with these other players?
Well, I hope they do. But it shows even more how disorientated we are, how unbalanced we are, how we don't have so many things to actually be a flowing team. Yet he kind of papers up them kind of cracks quite a bit. And now you're seeing when he's not there, it's a massive problem. So hopefully people can start realizing, if anyone is trying to bash him, look, its inconsistency is down to the inconsistency of the whole side and the inconsistency of where he plays. And like I say, the inconsistency of so many other players, which means that he gets a bit of the problem for it. You see, we've gone from Pogba being the problem to Cristiano being the problem. Have you noticed how can Cristiano of all people be the problem? Is he a defender? Is he letting in all the goals? No, he's not.
That's crazy.
It's a joke. It starts at the front though. Yeah, of course. But since when have you ever said Aguero was like losing City games when he kept scoring all the goals all the time?
Yeah.
No one said nothing. So
yeah, it's crazy, especially when he is scoring goals as well. It's like you can usually pinpoint your striker as the issue may be the striker if they're not scoring goals, but not if they're not defending. Like you can't.
And he is defending.
He is defending from the front. He does.
Yeah, he doesn't not work.
Yeah.
He isn't able to get about like he used to. That's all it is. He still shuts people down and still tries his best to do bits. So for me, I don't see him like chilling and not running and not and just walking back if he loses the ball. I don't see him ever doing that. It's just for me. I get where certain people think what they're thinking, but they're probably not translating it into words correctly. Because the way I see it is, I would love to see Greenwood up front because he's a young, youthful, very pasty player, a good player dribbling. And I could see him really, really kicking on this year. And now he's had to go behind Cristiano. Now he can't kick on. And that he's kind of stopping the growth of Greenwood because he's come back. When I don't think it's going to make a difference to the position we're going to get to this season. With him in the team or not. Whether he scores 20 goals in the season and we end up fourth, or he wasn't here and Greenwood scores 16, 18 goals in the season, we end up fourth. I don't think it's going to make a difference, Cristiano, being here or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, he's killing the green. It's not his fault, but it's stopping the growth of Greenwood going really far and him being up front and then having the wingers options instead. Now he's on the wing.
Who do you think complements Greenwood the most, and who would complement Greenwood the most if he was to play up front?
I think Sancho could be on the right. And to be fair, we were playing Pogba off the left. I know it's not right, but if he got to play there, he has Sancho there. I'd like to have I'd like to have an informed Rashford, but at the moment we've not got an informed Rashford. So I would be chopping and changing between the Martial, the Lingard, the Rashford, whoever can get sharp and be fit. Or I might even switch Sancho over to the left at times. And then I'll try and get maybe Ahmad or Elanga on the left. You know what I mean? So as long as you can get them kind of players, pacey players who you can shut them down. You can get balls to them. They can do things on their own. It's like your youthful exuberance in the team. And it's like you've got a bit more to do. I mean, I'd love to have Cristiano in the squad and not always have to start him and bring him on for Greenwood when Greenwood gets tired. And then, or some games he's starting. That's what I'd like to do. Like share the load. But now it's like, he can never be sub. He can never really not play if he's fit. I don't really like that at this moment in time in his career. Everyone has to change their role at one time or another. And I think this is a time where Cristiano would have to really go, listen, I'm either going to do that or I'm going to go to a Man City where I can play up front all the time and no problems. But if you notice in basketball, players who are key players, when they get older and older, they have to change their role. They're no longer a starter. They have to learn to be that player who comes off the bench. And there's some people like, no, I'm not coming off the bench, no. And then they never play or they never get a club anymore. So, that's what we need to do now with Cristiano and the Cavani's of this world. They can't play every game. They just can't.
Yeah. I hear you. If you are watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV, join in the chat, hit us up live and press that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook or any other platforms, or if you are new to the show on YouTube, come and hit that subscribe and smash that like button so you can share it with everyone else. All right, let's get to the predicted lineup, Nathan. Let's go with your FIFA one if you want, or you can go with the realistic one, which definitely won't have Donny van der Beek in it. All right.
I know it won't. I'm not even going to say his name again until I see his name in the start. So I might never say his name ever again when it comes to predicted lineups and key men. Forget it.
You're not gonna do key man Donny van der Beek again. You just protest.
Save Donny. But no. So to be honest, I'm gonna go with De Gea in goal.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna go with. We've got Brentford. He's probably gonna go with Shaw. I got a feeling he'll go with Shaw and Wan-Bissaka this game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll go with. I hope he goes with the same centre back pairing, Lindelof and Varane, just to give Thingy another rest and make him realise that look, I need to play well to get in this side, not just get in the side because I was captain and I am captain. So I'd like to see that. And then, where is Mengi, by the way? I don't know where he is, but let's think about that afterwards. But I know he's going to probably play Fred and McTominay back in there. So he's probably going to take Matic out. He loves McTominay already now. He says he's going to be future captain, so he's definitely going to play.
Mengi's at Birmingham.
Right, that's where he's gone. That's why he's gone from my starting lineup. And I was so upset. I was playing FIFA. I was like, where's Mengi? Where's Mengi? Where's my centre-back? He's my main centre-back. And now I have to play Bailly.
This is where you've got to. You've got Mengi as your main centre-back out of the pick of the bunch.
Yeah. Varane and Mengi are my centre-backs in that. Because he's pretty quick as well and he's strong. So playing him alongside everyone, you don't get paced out at the back. So I like him. I really do like him. Bailly's done pretty well for me recently anyway. So I'm quite happy. So, but obviously he had a head injury away, didn't he? In the African nations. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he's okay. I'm most happy that it was a head injury and not a muscle injury. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, I think we're going to go with those two. He's definitely going to give Bruno a game. So we're going to have him out of position again. So he's probably going to be somewhere at one of those front two, behind the front two, if you get what I mean. So Elanga did well. So I expect to see Elanga stay in. And then we had Greenwood. He did well. And then we had Cavani on his own up front. Cavani had a quiet game, like we said. Bruno scored his 2. So Bruno's going to play probably with Greenwood in behind. So that's not great again. And then you might see Cristiano with Cavani up front. And it's just not good enough. I'm not excited hearing about that kind of starting lineup. I'm just not. And I don't think many people will be. We got Brentford away. They're no joke. I don't care what anyone says, what form they're in. They will be able to revert to type, know exactly what they're supposed to do with their eyes closed, and they will cause us problems. They will. Hopefully, they won't be good enough defensively, and we'll just get a goal, and then we'll go ahead like we did against Villa this time. But hopefully, we can just get more goals and end up winning the game, just because we're superior in attack. So I'm hoping we can get that job done. But from the predicted lineup that I'm thinking, I'm not too happy. It's going to be a boring slog. If we win, it's just going to be a win, and we're just wanting to see the next game to see us improve. Ragnick, you need to pull your finger out because I want to see what you're talking about. We've got players in the squad. Go to the youth. Go to the Ahmads. Go to the other boys. Elanga's done well. Keep him in.
He made a fair few changes last time, though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's because McTominay's injured. And Elanga played because Elanga has come on and done really well. So I'm happy with that. But let's see. Let's see now what he does. Because we did play good for 25 minutes against Villa. And we did have the ball. We did control the game. And then we just somehow lost everything. So let's see. I can't see it happening because he's going to change the midfield again. Which means we're going to be less fluid in there. Which means we're going to be even less fluid in there, and even less ability to maneuver. So it could be a game where you just have to win a battle. So hopefully McTominay is a battler and he will beat most people in a battle. And so will Fred. He'll back up McTominay and nick the ball. But then what are you going to do with it? So again, you even look back to them goals here. The Bruno goal, the first one, lucky. And the second one, we won the ball right up the field. And okay, we just got that goal. So there's just no good football, really, and no clear-cut chances. So it's just, at the moment, it is a bit disappointing. To be fair.
Does Ivan Toney worry you? Does his presence worry you in defence?
It's both of them up front, because when they work together,
Yeah.
they head the ball to each other. Other ones running after it, and when they get one-on-one, they love to run at you. So, I'll be a bit fearful for Lindelof, to be honest. But I think, to be fair, as a unit with Lindelof in there, although he's a bit weaker in terms of one-on-one stuff, like I say, he does normally give you what you're getting from him normally. So hopefully he won't get isolated and we won't get torn by these boys. But it's known to happen. They've done it to Liverpool. They've done it to a few other teams. So I think they did to Liverpool at the start of the season. Yeah, I think at the start of the season they did well. They scored some goals. It's a 3-3 game on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They
recent results have dropped a little bit. Yeah. They lost 4-1 to Southampton. That's a bad loss. All that is away from home. They lost 3-0 to Liverpool. I mean, it's Liverpool. Then it was a bit mixed as well. They beat Aston Villa. They lost 1-0 to Man City. Again, that's not a bad result. Losing 2-0 to Brighton, and they're in really good form this season. Again, they seem to be dropping points against the ones that you suspect they're going to. Chelsea's, Tottenham's, Man City's. So you'd think on paper, this is a game that Man United should win, although it should be tough. They should win. However, Man United
I can hear you,
really...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't see. 1 second, my screen's...
We can hear you. We can all hear you. Don't worry. We can continue. All right. Comment section, join in if you are there. Give us your predicted lineup as well. All right. Give us who off of that predicted lineup do you think will be the key player to unlock things or stop Brentford from scoring?
To be fair, I think hopefully the presence of McTominay and Fred in the middle will be able to stop their ability to get at us a lot. In terms of us getting forward, I don't think we'll have too much. But definitely, I think that that game needs to be controlled in the middle of the park. Now, meaning we need to be able to stop them. Simple as that. We ain't got ability to control the ball in there with the players that I'm thinking going to play, but we have got ability to stop and break up stuff and then just hopefully not lose the game. It sounds poor, but that's where I feel at the moment. That's what I feel is happening, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I think we do have the ability to win this game and it to not be as bad as I think it's going to be. Mm-hmm. At the same time, there's nothing to make us think that it's going to be that way.
Yeah.
So I'll be happy to, not happy. I'll be happy to be wrong in this case, if you get what I mean. Thinking that it's going to be a really tough game and then it ends up being an easy game. That can happen today.
If Man United play for, let's say, 45 the way they started that first game the other day, do you think is that the way you could potentially start to see some progression with the team and you'd like to see them continue playing that way forward?
Yeah, but the other side is we still didn't create too many clear-cut chances, if you think about it. So we have to do a hell of a lot more than we did. It was just the start. It was just the start saying, right, we're looking like a team that's starting to play better football and control the game a bit more. Mm-hmm. We need to really make more happen, though. Like, Sancho can't be not in the side in our starting lineup.
Yeah.
And,
so I hear that. I just think that if you are going to change your style to a very energetic, pressing, high press all over the pitch, and he has to continue that through because he can't. What he can't do is
change it again now.
Yeah, he can't keep changing it, and he can't change the way he wants to play because the team right now. Like you have to. I understand you're going to have to sort of cater for certain players, but you've got to set. He's got to set his stall. He's got to set build his foundations from this, and the team going forward. The majority of them are going to be that team going next forward. So there's no point in not training him in the style that he wants, not playing him in this way. So I just think you're going to get games, a lot of games at the start. Well, this is near halfway through the season. This is a problem at the start, which are 20 minutes. And you're going to have to blitz teams in that 20 minutes and hold out, and then maybe get your breath back late on the second half and get that goal. It's going to be a tough one. But if you're going to play this high press, high intensity game, you're not going to get 90 minutes this season at all. You'll barely get 45.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen it with the Liverpool, isn't it? When Klopp came and they were struggling to keep that level up.
They were struggling, and then the following season in the summer they made big changes, and then the following summer after that they realised, oh, actually we can score loads of goals, but we can't defend. So what do we need? The best defender in the league and one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, and they done it.
Yeah, you're right.
It will take time.
It will.
Key player.
I think our key player tomorrow is probably going to have to be De Gea.
I thought you said.
Look, we're gonna have to try and stop the game in midfield. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But I don't know if we will, and I don't think we will, because the results have shown that we're not going to. So looking at it, I'm thinking we're gonna have to stop goals somehow. Mm-hmm. And if De Gea doesn't stop the goals, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be in trouble. So I think we definitely need to stop the goals.
Who do you think they'd be worried about? Who do you think Brentford would be worried about? Because I don't think if you were speaking to a Brentford fan, I don't think Brentford fans are coming to this game thinking, "Oh, we've got United." Although United aren't on great form, I don't think Brentford would be thinking, "We've got this game. This is going to be a tough one." Like it's not like it's Man United.
Yeah, but it's not Man United anymore. We're not Man United anymore. We're just Manchester United. Like, we're not that team no more. Like, nobody's scared of us. It's not like that. So I'm going into that game, if I'm playing Man United now, saying they're not the old United, guys. We can destroy these. If we put ourselves about, we can beat them. And we can beat them badly if we really have a good day. We can batter them. That's how it is right now. Yeah. The team is struggling, absolutely struggling. Not played a good game in how long? How can you not play a good game? Like, even if you lose a game, not playing a good game? It's ridiculous.
That's
absolutely
the worry.
Ridiculous. That's what's hurting me. I watch games and I love to watch the games for fun of watching football. And I'm just wanting to, it's not like, I don't care about the result. I don't care about the how we played. We just need the results. I don't want to watch football like that. That's not what I watch football for. Yeah. I want to see great stuff. And I ain't seeing nothing. No great stuff in this game. And like when you get to half-time, you're like, oh my gosh, it's already half-time. We haven't even done nothing yet. We've got second half anyway. We've got 45 minutes second half. Surely something will happen. Surely. And nothing happens. And you're like, oh my gosh, the game's gone. Now we got to wait till next week. I've got to wait 10 days. Oh my God, I've got to wait 14 days. Oh, it hurt. It hurt. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, man.
All right. Give us your predicted score.
Look, after all that, I'm going to say we've got to win it. We've got to be still slight favourites to win this. I'm not going to say we're going to lose. I'm going with a 2-1 victory. 2-1 victory. Cristiano gets himself on the score sheet. Bruno gets himself on the score sheet. 2-1.
And with the stories going around with Fernandes about rejecting his latest contract offer, although I'm pretty sure it's probably just negotiations as opposed to a mass rejection. Do you see a place in this team long term for Fernandes, or do you think Man United have to go a different route?
To be fair, it depends on what formation we're going to play, because with this, if we do play this formation, there's no way he's really going to fit in this situation. I can't see where he's going to fit. It's like a few of our players. We're playing 4-2-2-2. Where's he playing? He's not playing on the wing, surely. He's not going to play on the wing. So where's he going to play? He's not playing central midfield. So he's not playing up front. So it's a struggle. And that's the problem we've got. I don't know if Rangnick's going to be long-term, or if we're going to go back to this 3 up front with 3 in the midfield. Then you've got him back again, because he can play as the attacking midfield player. But it all depends, mate. It all depends. And we just got to wait and see how this plays out, because 4-2-2-2 definitely don't work for most of the players.
It was slightly different last week, wasn't it?
Well, I think it's 4-3-3. They're saying in the end.
Yeah, I think it was different last week.
Yeah, so you have Matic and Fred and Bruno. I think you had Matic, Fred, then Bruno ahead. So you did have that 4-3-3, like what do you call it? 4-3-3 flat or 4-3-3 defensive, or whatever it is. But 2 defensive and 1 attacking, isn't it? So that's not bad. But it's just a case of, if we stick to that, I think we got more of a chance, because then he does get his position and it is for him. But again, the results that we're doing, the football that we're playing, it's going to be a situation where, is he going to want to stay after seeing this kind of football again? You know, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to want to stay seeing that rubbish. So I think we've got a problem on our hands with a lot of our players. A lot of our players, we've got a problem. So.
But maybe it's a case of start afresh. Different mentalities, different mindsets, completely different players. If you look at the players that Man United have been linked with, it's very different to what they've been buying in recent years. It'd be interesting to see what they can do, and if they do bring those in.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see. I want to just see new faces. To be honest, I've come to the conclusion it is down to a lot of the players. Went through the list before, and it's like, who are you going to be happy to see? Who are you going to be upset to see leave? You can count it on one hand.
It is.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough for a Man United side. So to be fair, we've just got to, think, right, let's move in a new direction and see what we can get some more youth players. I think Solskjaer done a lot of the job. He's done pretty well getting us kind of back to a certain way, and now it needs pushing on. I think certain players need to go and kick on and be happy wherever they're playing, and we need to kick on for a formation that works for us. Simple as that.
Yeah. So Nathan's gone for a 2-1 victory to Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, the scorers. Ivan Toney for Brentford, or one of their midfielders. They've got a classy team.
The other striker, he seems to do all right.
The French guy, is it?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's a good player.
Wembo.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know how you say his name. Yeah, that one.
Brian Wembo. Don't even ask me. I am the worst at pronouncing people's names. Awful. I apologise in advance for anyone's name I've absolutely butchered throughout any of these episodes. All right. 2-1 victory to Man United. David De Gea is the key player, potentially. All right. Join us 10 o'clock on Wednesday, because we are joined by former Brentford striker Lloyd Owusu. Yes, I repeat, we are joined by former Brentford striker Lloyd Owusu to do the player ratings and match reaction. Hopefully it's a happy Nathan. Yes.
It will be. It will be. I'm quite sure of it.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. All right. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.